JAN, Job Accommodation Network, Practical Solutions, Workplace Success, 800-526-7234 for voice, 877-781-9403 for TTY. AskJan.org. Applicant requesting alternate interview approach. Yasmin is an early career professional who has applied for a position as an associate financial analyst. She has anxiety disorder and a mild stutter. When the recruiter, Roger, calls Yasmin to set up the initial phone interview, he notices that her speech pattern is unusual. We see Roger and Yasmin on the phone on a split screen.
Hello, may I speak with Yasmin, please? Hello? Is anybody there?
Yes, this is Yasmin.
Hi, Yasmin, I have good news. We've reviewed your application for the financial analyst position, and I'd like to schedule a time for you to have a phone interview. Hello? Yasmin, are you still there?
Yes, this is good. I have difficulty speaking. May I ask for some modifications?
It sounds as if you're requesting accommodations for a disability, is that correct?
Yes, correct. May I request meeting in person instead of by phone? And could we extend the time from an hour to 90 minutes? Also, could I get the questions in advance and respond to some of them in writing?
I appreciate you letting me know what would be helpful, Yasmin. Of course, we do provide reasonable accommodations for applicants and employees with disabilities at Asset Planning Solutions. Let me look into this, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thanks.
Roger consults with the company accommodation specialist, June.
Hey, June. Thank you for coming to see me. I could really use your advice regarding the accommodation request I told you about on the phone yesterday.
I'm happy to be a resource, Roger. Let's start with the essential duties of the job. Do you have a copy of that?
Well, sort of. I have a job requisition, but it's not that specific.
They ask for strong communication skills. Can you elaborate?
That's pretty much boilerplate language for all our job positions. This position requires communication with the manager and various other employees, attending meetings, submitting reports, basic office interactions.
Could these communications be managed mostly in writing?
I've been thinking about that, and it's not how the team works right now, but I don't think it wouldn't be feasible.
Who will be interviewing the candidate?
The manager and his 2 senior analysts.
Are they good interviewers?
That's a good question. I think they're okay. I haven't sat in on any of their interviews.
Well, this could be a good opportunity to work on their interviewing skills by having them send you the questions in advance. Also, to make sure that they are following the new behavioral interviewing guidelines.
True. They may not be happy with the extra step, but this could give us the opportunity to evaluate alignment with the interviewing guidance we've been emphasizing.
And it's a good reminder that we need to be reasonably accommodating candidates with disabilities and to see what that looks like in practice.
This is true. So as a first step, I'll meet with the manager and then with him and his 2 senior analysts, and I'll have each of them submit 3 to 5 interview questions, and we'll work through it as a team to make sure that we're submitting questions that are job-specific, behavioral, and differentiated.
Yes, sounds good. Let's get the manager's buy-in first and then get alignment. Once the questions have been approved, we can provide Yasmin with them the day before her interview. I don't think that conducting the interview in person or extending the time is going to be an issue for anyone, but we will need to explain to them why. Also, I would suggest that you have the interviewers send you a copy of their exchanges and also any recommendations that they may have.
Sure, but why?
Well, as this is a new experience for all of us, I think it would be good to have another pair of eyes. That way they can make sure that the communications are clear and that all are supportive of this unusual process. Also, you will have the opportunity to evaluate the candidates' responses to the questions and to make sure they're in alignment with the hiring decisions.
Good point. Well, it looks like this is going to be an interesting learning experience for all of us.
Indeed.
Roger meets with the hiring manager, Apurva, in his office.
Hi, Apurva. I'm glad we could touch base.
Yeah, me too. I made a decision about the opening on my team, and I just wanted to talk it through.
So how was the interview process from your perspective?
Well, it was kind of a pain getting those questions written out. But now that we did it, there was a lot of value we learned from it. And we could use these questions with all interviews in the future. We ought to write them down, then compare each and every one with every previous question we've asked.
I agree. I was going to say the same thing about the interview questions. How about the responses?
Well, since you saw her answers too, they were fine. Clear, demonstrated understanding of the role, technically correct. But how will that work on the job? How will we actually communicate?
Well, why don't we ask her that question when she accepts the offer? She's worked at other organizations. I'm sure she'll have some insights as to what works best.
Okay, go ahead, prepare the offer, and let's get it out today.
Apurva meets with Yasmin in his office.
Hello, Yasmin. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Asset Planning. How was new hire orientation?
Good. It was good.
Yasmin, we look forward to welcoming you to the team. I need to understand what we can do to help you be more successful here. Can you tell me what it takes or what works best for you to help you communicate with me and the others on the team?
I thought easier to read. I prefer to contribute in writing and leverage emails and texting where that works for everyone. I like being a part of team meetings and events. And I like to educate coworkers about stuttering to ease any concerns. Once I'm here longer, it'll get easier to contribute verbally.
This is very helpful. June, our HR person, she and I thought it would be very helpful if we connect you with a buddy. This would of course be a coworker who would introduce you to others and help you navigate through our organization. Shay, on our team, she's very active with the People with Disabilities Employee Resource Group. And I think she would love this opportunity.
Yasmin looks down, seemingly unsure.
I haven't talked to Shay yet, and this would only be if you're comfortable with it.
Yes, I'd like to try this.
Okay, great. I'll check in during our weekly one-on-ones just to see how things are going. And of course, we can make changes if needed. Welcome to the team, Yasmin. I look forward to getting to know you. And I want to see what valuable contributions you bring to the team.
Thank you.
In producing these videos, we were committed to recruiting talent that appropriately reflects the diversity of the U.S. Thus, both actors with and without disabilities were featured in these videos. Special thanks to debdaggettdiversity.com and disabilityinclusion.com for their valuable contributions to the production of this video. This video was developed and produced by the Job Accommodation Network, JAN. JAN is a service of the Office of Disability Employment Policy, U.S. Department of Labor, grant number OD 23442-1275454. This video does not necessarily reflect the views or policies of the Office of Disability Employment Policy, nor does mention of trade names, commercial products, or organizations imply endorsement by the U.S. Department of Labor.